Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room, what's going on, everybody? What's up? We are in here today for another one, man. We are back at it again. GMS fam, the green room, we got some things to discuss. Please don't go anywhere. You know what time it is. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back, man. Hit that like button, all that good stuff. Share this. Gotta let people know where to pull up, man. Hey, I see y'all in the chat. My GMS fam. Let me see, man. CDT Beats in the building. Jan Wynn is in the building. LH Grove's in the building. Zane Vicious is in the building. This is Paisley Land, Nicole. Off of me, he said, who the dog walk Boo Capone? Hey, man, I want to know, too. We're going to find out a little later on in the show. Justin Furlow, what's going on? Glow is in the building. James Ziegler is in the building. Blackfire Edits, I see you. Binky Bianca, what's going on, family? Mr. October, C. Mo, Will Stumbling. Y'all are showing up expeditiously, man, and I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Let's get to it. Let's not waste any time. I got things I need to do today, so let's get the conversation rolling. Now, what up, clap, 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 clap. All right, y'all, listen. Some things went down, not too exciting, so to speak, for the 5150 show, but I got some texts and I got some messages and DMs. It always happens when subliminals are thrown and people want to know if so-and-so is talking about me. At this point, I don't care who talks about me at this point. I really don't care. I really don't. But it makes for good entertainment, and we're going to talk about it anyway. Now, I guess Corey went on his show last night to discuss a plethora of things. He seemed very bitter, very hurt, very sensitive, if you will. Capital S on the same. Matter of fact, capital all letters on sensitive, because, you know, usually when people bring up something so much that people are saying that they are, it tends to be a little bit of truth to it. If you aren't sensitive, there's no reason to bring up sensitivity, my man. There's no reason to talk about being sensitive if you're not a sensitive person. Who cares if people calling you sensitive? You know what I'm saying? But you have to bring it up because there's always a little bit of truth to some of the things that people say. Now, last night, he went on his platform to talk about, once again, for the 1,000 millionth time, YouTubers and people that go on the internet and talk about 5150 and Corey Holcomb. Now, it seems like he threw a couple jabs at Reaper. Seems like he threw a couple jabs my way. Of course, he would never say these people's names because he knows, even though the chat knows. I mean, the chat was going crazy. I seen so many of the Reaper keep it 1,000 in the chat last night. Shout out to the Reaper, man, because, I mean, Reaper's not no big YouTuber, but a lot of people do know him for his commentary when it comes to the 5150 show. And they knew off the bat who Corey was talking about. Also, some of the things with him talking about, at the end of the video saying, oh, this is my opinion, but let me know what you think. Of course, I say that on all the ends of my videos, but that's because I actually give a damn about what certain people think about the situation, whether you agree or disagree. See, this is the thing about elderly folks in the internet. They don't understand community. And what I have seen to do over here is build a community of people that like to discuss what has happened on 5150 and things that happened with Corey Holcomb because of the type of entity that 5150 is. We've acknowledged this thousands of times, but of course we always get the new individuals who pop up here and start talking crazy. And, all you do is talk about 5150. All you do is talk about Corey. Oh, you don't get no views because you're talking about Corey. Well, welcome to the algorithm, mother F word. See, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying not to go too hard on the cussing because they just brought me back into monetization. You know, I thought YouTube was going to keep me demonetized forever. I thought these niggas was going to keep messing with my monetization. You know, I feel like I had a conglomerate of people actively pressing the report button and flagging this channel because they don't like what I do over here, but that's okay. It seems like YouTube decided, hey, give this man another shot. So that's exactly what we are doing here today. So with that said, GMS fam, the green room, if you want to add, I don't even know if the super chats are up. I think I got to activate them, but I'm going to activate the super chats at some point, and we'll get it cracking. We'll get it cracking. I'll add the super chat. If you don't see it up there, then it's because it's not there. But let me see. Hold on, give me 1 second. But like I was saying, a lot of things were said last night, and a lot of contradictions happened. This is why the show is titled the way that it is. You know, Corey the hypocrite Holcomb. A lot of things have been hypocritical coming from his standpoint of things, as far as like how he talks about certain things. And I'm gonna get to a clip in a second. But it just amazes me how much he could talk about the people that talk about him, but he can talk about anybody and say whatever he wants to people and then act like, oh, it's just him keeping it real. Well, listen, my man, just like you can be the truth teller of certain individuals you don't know, other people in this space can be truth tellers as well. Other people can sit up here and give their opinions on situations, especially the popular situations. Popular situations. You get what I'm saying? He is a popular comedian with a popular platform. What makes him think that he is exempt from being talked about? That part I do not understand. That part I cannot support. I can't back him on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Things are looking bad in a sense when it comes to how he handles these situations. And then also I asked the question because there's a lot of people that support 5150 in a very positive way. There's a lot of people that give 5150 his flowers. There's a lot of Corey sexuals who pop up in the chat and pop up in comment sections defending that man. But he don't talk about y'all. He don't big y'all up every show. He talking about niggas like me. He talking about niggas like Reaper. He talking about the people that speak negatively. You know, the shit that don't bother him, the shit that he don't care about. I would be offended if I was a 5150 stan and the whole time this nigga gives all his energy to the haters or who he thinks is a hater. Talk about the people that support you. People be sending countless super chats. This man may read 1 or 2 of them, but for the most part, he's giving his energy to the negative things on the internet. I would never go out my way to go to bat or go to war for somebody who don't even care about my existence, who don't even care that I support him or keep the algorithms flowing in his direction. See, the thing about us too, regardless if he wants to admit it, channels like these continue to help the 5150 show in the algorithms. We're not talking about viewership. We're not talking about people liking Corey's comedy because Corey did that on his own. He worked hard on his own as a comedian and as somebody who has his own platform to build up his fan base and build up his channel. But this is a media-based entity. If people ain't talking about you, if people ain't posting clips, posting videos, if these blogs ain't talking about you, you're not gonna get the recognition that you either deserve or that you want. You can't pay for this type of promotion. So many people go out of their way to create clips and to go live and to talk about 5150 show. Corey ain't gotta pay nobody a dime. He ain't gotta pay a dime to anybody. It is free promotion. But the real reason why he hates it so much is because he cannot take when people talk about him. He can talk about everybody else. He said it last night. Somebody brought up Stephen A. Smith. Oh, Corey, you be talking about Stephen A. Smith all the time. He said, I talk about everything under the sun. But it's okay when he does it. It's just bad when we do it or when somebody else does it because he is the topic of conversation. Now, I'm going to get to this clip in a second. Shout out to the GMS fan pulling up. Blackfire Edit said he can talk about everyone but get mad when someone talks about him. Exactly. Trauma said, I missed the show last night, but he must have been talking about y'all again, huh? Well, you talked about a lot of people. What up, Toke Champs in the building? Shout out Toke Champs. Shout out to Binky for the 20 in the super chat. Coming in strong with the 20 in the super chat. I appreciate you so much, Binky. Shout out to Binky, everybody. Number one in all our books. We love you and we appreciate you. Not only is she the producer of 3G's podcast, but she is now a new cast member of the 3G's podcast, which is airing tonight at 8 o'clock. Don't miss it. You don't want to miss this one. Now, let's get to it, man. Let's get to the clip that we need to get to. We're going to talk about this part because Corey decided that he wanted to make it very known that he had an issue with people talking about him and using his name and things of that nature. Let's see what Corey had to say.
It happens, because they feel like, they could use you to fill their cup.
I have found out that there is something you can do about somebody who basically uses their platform on the internet to talk about one person excessively.
What is that?
You can sue that person for defamation. If they talk about you and say your name excessively, especially with stuff they can't prove,
right?
Or if they call you out your name all the time, there's something you can do about that. And I didn't even know that. It's defamation. See, defamation is actually very hard to prove.
But you know what's crazy about that? Bringing this up and saying this, I think people need to understand something, especially the Corey sexuals who defend everything that he says, even if it's wrong. For somebody who actively goes on his platform to talk crazy about people all the time, and not just, hey, we're just giving our opinions on situations. No, he disrespects the hell out of people every week, every Tuesday. For him to sit there and say, oh, there's something you can do about people that call you out your name and they always talk about you all the time. What? Excuse me, sir? When did you become the nigga that don't do that? Can somebody please? I mean, think of, this is why the title, it is what it is. Corey Hypocrite Hope. How are you talking about you can do something or sue somebody from defamation? Do you know how many defamation lawsuits you could potentially have hanging over your head? All it is a social media click away. All you got to do, and it's not even just them going back in the history of 5150 shows. They just got to type something because so many people react to Corey and what he says, his content, the things that he does. You can find it on multiple channels, video clips, lives, all that shit of things that Corey has said about people. And ever since this Tasha K thing happened, he thinks that now he can go and sue a bunch of people. I seriously doubt Corey has the funds to do so. I also seriously doubt that Corey has the patience to sit through all this legal bull shiznitis. You do this stuff every week with people, and then once it is you that is the topic of conversation, now you're talking about suing people for defamation. If you are somebody that follows 5150 and you hear the things that he's been saying over the years, if this don't look crazy to you, and then the mental gymnastics they were leaping through, let me go ahead and keep playing this, man.
But when you got 40, 50 episodes of somebody calling you out your name,
right,
and their entire let's just go with their entire YouTube catalog is them using your name, saying your name in a derogatory way.
Shout out Jeff Brown.
There's something you can do about it. I didn't know that. So a lot of these people who ain't standing on nothing, who don't have works that's worth going after, you can get their page snatched now.
Oh, let's go. Let's do it, man.
I didn't know that. Cause I'm like, yo, we run with internet stories. I'm a guy on the internet and people will run with my name and do all this stuff. But if they dedicate their page to ruining you, that's when you can do something about it.
Right.
Dedicating their page to ruining you. Nobody wants to ruin you, man. See, I said this on the last show because he is so far removed from reality. He thinks that people really do have it out for him. Well, I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself. Let me stop there. I can't speak for everybody else. I can speak for myself. And I can say that there's never been a time in my life where I felt like, yes, I got to go ruin Corey Holcomb. I got to make sure that he loses opportunities, or he loses money, or he loses fans. I got to get Corey up out of here because he's such a bad person. He's such a shitty individual. I can't believe it. He's horrible. You are not exempt from criticism. Think about that. As much as this man criticized, and I'm going to keep bringing up the fact that he does this because he does it every show. He don't miss. He can criticize anybody and even harshly, even go as far as to disrespect somebody and demean them, and actually be somebody who tries to actively hold somebody back or try to tarnish their reputation by speaking on not just them, but their talents, whether or not they're funny as a comedian. He'll tell people that somebody ain't nothing on stage before they even go see the person live for themselves. And if somebody respects Corey and thinks he's funny, they're going to take his word for it instead of being objective in their own right and letting comedy be subjective to go and actually see if somebody's funny or not for themselves. Trauma said, shout out to you for the $10 in the super chat. Shout out to y'all bringing in the super chat strong today, man. I believe somebody in this circle got him thinking about trying to sick the court system on y'all, probably on the Reaper first, like Aries did to him, trying to hurt y'all pockets. That's the thing. You can't hurt my pockets when you don't have a case, man. It's hard to put defamation on somebody. Well, me specifically, I don't know about anybody else. If you're talking crazy or calling somebody or putting something on somebody that you ain't got no proof of, well, then you might have a defamation case on you. But it's hard to do defamation or to put some lawyers on me or try to sue me when I'm literally playing things that are coming out of your own mouth. There's another reason why they hate for us to use certain clips. I mean, hey, this is YouTube. YouTube says we can react to content and review things and play clips of things if only we react to them. This is what YouTube is saying. But you also say a lot of things and put your foot in your mouth a lot. This is the reason why niggas be mad. You cannot call somebody out who has a God complex. Corey has a God complex. He believes he is the end all be all. He believes that anything he says is law. He believes that he cannot do no wrong. And if he did do wrong, he will have an excuse for it. Or he will divert the attention somewhere else. For instance, the Marcus and Corey beef. Didn't nobody go out and say, man, Corey, you got to go in on this nigga. You got to do. That was his choice. Didn't nobody say, hey, man, Marcus ain't shit, man. He ain't this, he ain't no comedian. You got to let people know he ain't no real comedian. He ain't not funny. No, Corey did that. Nobody said, hey, Corey, let everybody know that you was really helping this nigga Marcus out so they could try to get a chance with his mama. Nobody said that. You did. And then to try to divert the attention from the things that you said about somebody you supposedly call your little brother, you start talking about the people that was talking about what you did. Niggas on the internet trying to do this and they trying to do that and they try. Stop talking about what people trying to do and actually take accountability for the things that you did. We just on the internet talking about it because it's entertaining. We watching the train wreck happen in front of our eyes. And then on top of that, y'all got a little glimpse of how 5150 is going right now. A lot of the things, like a lot of people did not like last night's show. I was reading the comments, they're like, what was this? And it's ironic that that was the case because just last week or the week before that, Craig was just talking about people being entertaining for 2 hours. She said, try to be entertaining for 2 hours straight. Try to do this. Y'all niggas ain't that. Y'all niggas ain't this. But what was entertaining about last night, all niggas did was complain and talk about the same shit they've been talking about for weeks. Other niggas talking shit or other niggas having a different opinion than you. People on the internet, niggas ain't shit all. They ain't got no life. They ain't got this and that. Pick some. I mean, y'all come to my page all the time talking about all I do is talk about Corey or to get some content to talk about. Motherfucker, this is the content. We talking about what is popular in the culture right now. We talking about what's popular out here in media. We talking about it just like he's talking about it. But the fact that it's him, that's what makes y'all a little sour in the nuts.
Beautiful thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be a celebration when that happens.
Yeah. So, you know, I really don't have time for the people who's got a couple of hundred followers and all that shit. And they want to talk shit about.
You always ain't never got time for those type of people, but you steadily every week bring these niggas up.
Did another video about Corey Holcomb and it's this one dude who say so many times. I actually want to say his name and be like, man, you don't know how to publicly speak.
Man.
How many times are you gonna say and
I think he was talking about the Reaper right here.
I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, dude.
I think he was talking about the Reaper right there because I went to the chat when he was saying this and there was a whole bunch of the Reaper Keep It 1000s in the chat.
I'm just saying, like, you don't sound like a public speaker and you dedicate your entire YouTube presence to react to almost all my videos and act like, well, not act like, say my name in a negative light, time after time.
Time after time.
Even call names.
Yeah.
They'll try to act like this is.
Oh, somebody called him a name. Oh, we talking about Corey Holcomb, the nigga that be calling a motherfucker fruit booty every week. Somebody that be talking crazy about people every week, disrespecting people every week, and now you talk about and they be calling you names. Do y'all not see how crazy that looks?
Is what I think. But if they are excessively putting this stuff out, you can prove that they're trying to destroy your image.
Right. You know, oh boy, Alex, what's his name? Alex Tom. What's the big white guy?
Water back there. Can I get another water?
The big white YouTuber that lied about Sandy Hook and was sued. Alex Jones. Alex Jones was sued by saying that certain stuff that was real news was fake news. He lied. He was saying that the Sandy Hook situation happened a couple of years ago was fake, and a few other things. And he was sued. And how much was the lawsuit? Like 1.2 billion. He lost a 1.2. Look up the judgment. Was it 1.2 for lying?
It wasn't just for lying, Craig. It was the fact that this nigga Alex Jones said that kids literally didn't die during Sandy Hook. He made it a mission to try to tell people that Sandy Hook was a hoax and that it didn't happen and that little kids didn't actually lose their lives. That's why Alex Jones was sued for so much money. I think that's a lot different than somebody saying that Corey Holcomb is a hypocrite or that he contradicts himself or that he lies about certain shit when you can actually play it and show it. For instance, Corey lied about the Marcus situation, Marcus and Abe situation. You want to try to get me for defamation of character for that, Corey? Or we can go back to the video where you literally said that Marcus said that Abe left his house and didn't say shit. Or that he didn't show up. When Marcus never said that he didn't show up. As a matter of fact, Marcus said verbatim that he did show up, deleted some shit, took some shit and left. Didn't say nothing. But Corey's recollection of the story to his 5150 followers who run with everything he says, even though they would hear a difference in the story from somebody else, ran with Marcus said he didn't even show up. That's a lie. Marcus didn't say that. So I guess you can try to get me for defamation of character for that. But all it takes is one video clip to show where you said what you said, and then play what Marcus said and be like, oh, well, there you go. I'll be like that African nigga that be on TikTok doing this. That's all I would do. If you ever took me to court for defamation of character, I'd just pull up every goddamn clip you had a problem with, play it for the court and just be like, I wouldn't even say nothing. I mean, come on, man. You got to be smarter than that. You got to be smarter than that, man. let's keep going, because there's another part in this that I thought was very interesting. Very interesting. Craig brought up something that to me describes a possible future for him on the 5150 show in his relationship with Corey Holcomb. See, he brought up a specific situation of, you know, people feeling like certain things can't happen to them. And I want y'all to see how he words this. I want y'all to see how he says this and what point he was trying to make. Listen to this. And let me know if this sounds like a projection of sorts.
The types of people that buy into it. Sometimes you be thinking a motherfucker solid, and then you be like, damn, you bought into this bitch ass nigga? You can't see through. You think what I'm going through, so this motherfucker convinced you that everything I'm saying, I'm lying and I'm tripping, and you don't think it's gonna happen to you? That's always, I won't say gratifying because I don't want to see nobody lose, but it's always an interesting circumstance when somebody gets stabbed in the back by a person that stabbed you in the back, and now they want to come back and, you know, because they got a trauma, they feel like they got a trauma bond with you. Now they want to buy, man, that nigga did that shit to me too. Nah, nigga, you actually deserved it because you watched it happen to me, and you act like I was tripping.
Do you know how crazy that sounded to me? And I still fuck with Craig, man. I think Craig is a dope individual. I do think that he has become somewhat of a yes man over these past few weeks, especially regarding the market situation. That doesn't negate anything that he said in the past. That was some real shit of the game that he's given, or just him, you know, being a solid individual in front of our eyes when it came to this, you know, social media space. But I don't know Craig personally, and I can only see and say the things that I see. I think that was a wild projection that I don't think he realized. But so many people have been saying it especially after the market situation, you're next. If you don't think that this can happen to you because you and Corey are too cool, Marcus thought the same thing. Precise thought the same thing. Zoe probably thought the same thing. Don't ever feel like it can't be you. I use an incredible analogy. This is like when the woman cheats on her man with another man. And then the man that she cheated with feels like, oh man, I was so dope that she left her man for me and we in a relationship. Oh man, this ain't gonna never happen to me. Next thing you know, this bitch hopping up and down on a pogo stick somewhere across town. And you sitting there talking about, what? How did it happen to me? I thought we were solid. Don't put nothing past nobody. Nobody. And we've talked about this too. It always seems like some of the things that Craig says be aimed at Corey, but we know, I mean, not we, because some people say it seems like a subliminal thing, but I truly believe that Craig doesn't think that about Corey. He truly believes that, you know, they are so solid that nothing could bring them to a point of Corey disrespecting him or them falling out. But just like the analogy you just used for other people when it came to you and your situation, the same thing can apply to you. The same exact thing. Oh, here we go. Oh, God, here we go. We found him. We got him. Here's the first one, guys. GMS fam, we got the first Corey sexual in the building. T-Bo. He says, clout is a hell of a drug. Dude ain't gonna say y'all names. Sorry, y'all too small, fam. 54. Do you guys realize that you don't need Corey to say your name when y'all motherfuckers already know who we are? And y'all be coming to the chat typing goofy. Do you understand this? Y'all be cracking me the hell up. I can't deal with the stupidity that much, but it's like certain things like that is just hilarious. Like No, Corey doesn't need to say our names at all, but it seems like everybody in the chat knows exactly who he's talking about when he starts talking about people. And then when he does it, he brings these people to our channels. If you want to shut us down, if you want to shut these channels down, don't talk about them. Don't acknowledge them, even if you doing it subliminally. Do not talk about them. But he does every week. And you know what he doesn't do? He does not talk about you niggas. Y'all niggas that be showing up to our chat trying to help our channel. He don't talk about y'all. He don't talk about how much he love y'all, appreciate y'all, thank y'all for supporting him. He don't do none of that. He may add a little bit of something in there while he's talking about the negativity the most. He'll talk about so much negative stuff and then turn around and then pop around and be like, and how many people we got in the chat? How many people in the chat? 10,000 people in the chat. Y'all can't do this. People with 5150. And then go back and talk about some negative shit. We have yet to see Corey take a segment and really thank the people that support him. Have yet to see that. But here we are. What up, Zen Master? He said Corey isn't as smart as Craig, and sometimes I feel like Craig takes shots without Corey knowing. Hey, it could be. It could be. I hope Craig not that foolish and naive. I don't think he is either, but I do think that he believes that their relationship is solid enough for nothing to really happen in that way at all. David Douglas, here we go. Another Corey sexual in the building. You all are judging a man off of a work relationship. None of us know these people outside of the internet. We're not judging people off of a work relationship. We're judging people off of a pattern of things. We're judging off a pattern. This is a reoccurring thing where somebody who was around Corey, they end up falling out over something minuscule, or Corey doing something or putting their business out there, or some case, some way, shape, or form, it starts or it progresses or gets worse because of things that Corey does afterward. Do you really think that Marcus's roast video was malicious, for one? And do you think that his roast video was to slight Corey or to disrespect Corey because they fell out? If you really think that, then you're just as slow as Corey in that sense. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Glow. She said, I think Craig knows enough of Corey to keep his distance. If it goes left, Craig has his own stuff, so he has a way out. I mean, everybody pretty much had their own stuff, regardless if they were, on a big platform or not. You know what I'm saying? Zoe had his own stuff. Marcus got his own stuff. Grady got his own stuff. Nate Jackson got his own stuff. You know what I'm saying? All these people have their own things. And because they're not as big as Corey, and that's the thing that I hate too, because, somebody tried to say, or I mean, of course, I know you were kidding around. Shout out to D Rich. But just the notion of saying that, trying to tear another black man down, that is something that Corey is an expert at. Tearing another black man down, and not just that, but people in his own field. And not just people in his own field, but even young comedians trying to find a way up in this new era. It's not the same as last time. You can't just go do the chitlin circuit and then everything be popping for you. You have to utilize the internet. Corey was very bitter when it came to internet comedians and people trying to find a different way to get popping, regardless if they were funny or not. These niggas was hustling, trying to make a way and trying to make their coin. Whether or not you find it respectable, hey man, I do give him a little bell because of the fact that he came up in an era where people really had to work hard and really travel, and really be at these comedy clubs every night to get their name out there. Corey worked hard for his opportunities out here in Hollywood, especially being somebody who moves the way that he does and thinks the way that he does. It's not easy to get into the comedy game when you are a shock value comic, when you are somebody who uses dark humor. You got to know how to do it the right way, and that's something he has done. We have never taken that away from Corey ever in life. But I think one of his things is that has impacted him negatively is him giving his opinions on his show, which is entertaining, but it also opens up the realm for people to discuss it and criticize it. Now let's see what Pothead had to say. Pothead said, yo, GMS, I F with you, but y'all do talk about him. Damn, every show is plenty of stuff to talk about, bro. Hey, man, I don't know if you read the title. I don't know if you read the title, but there's other things on the agenda today. I think you guys need to understand that it's not my fault that you guys don't pull up for every show when I talk about other things. You mostly pull up for this because of the simple fact that I'm talking about Corey. So I need you guys to understand that, yes, there's plenty of things to talk about, and we talk about it. But people are mostly here to hear what I have to say regarding Corey Holcomb and 5150. So guess what? In this space of YouTube, in the space of algorithms, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to have anybody try to deter me or discourage me or try to stop me from doing what is working for this channel. Plain and simple. And I say that echoing the same things that Corey has said when he brings up the people trying to have him stop doing certain things or to have him not say what he wants to say or talk about what he wants to talk about on his platform. It does not matter what I'm talking about. Am I talking about some shit or am I not? Plain and simple. I don't know how many times y'all got to say the same thing. It's not going to change. I keep coming back every week talking about what I want to talk about. The shit that interests me. It's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. Kadeem Jones said, whenever Corey talks about somebody on his show, his excuse is he keeping it real or telling the truth. Exactly. Because like I said, when you have a God complex, you can't see when you are the person that may be in the wrong. When you go out your way to talk about somebody, when you go out of your way to talk about people in situations that you aren't a part of, that you weren't involved in, and you talking crazy about it, what comes with that is what comes with that. I don't think you guys understand that. And trust me. Shout out to Queen Kel. She said Craig went ghost before. Yeah, he sure did. He found his way back though. What's going on, Melly? He said, you wasting your time trying to explain to these niggas. Nah, I know that, but it kind of helps the show. Gives me something else to talk about. You know what I mean? Now, let's play a little bit more of this because how Corey expounds on this is very interesting. Listen to this.
Hey, man, I've had so many girlfriends say things about me that they know aren't true.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying as I've got older, it happens like that. Because as I've gotten older and I'm more of a trick, even when women stop messing with me, they're just like, well, I really ain't got nothing bad to say about him because he paid me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know that's what saves me.
Right.
Because I'm a trick.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, when I was younger, there was so many girls who would throw me under the bus with lies. I used to be like, wow, this is amazing. But the weapon you can use against people who are trying to shit on you, especially when they're lying.
Are you new here? He's new here, guys. He's new here. This is why I like responding to him too, because people do say a lot of things without even knowing the channel or knowing the things that I speak of, and then they just start saying things. Actually being the people that Corey be talking about when you just say stuff and don't know what you're talking about. David Douglas says, all y'all wrong if that's the case. You make a lot of intelligent points. However, it's difficult for you to accept you're wrong. Also get your money though. Wrong about what? What am I wrong about? If you can explain what I'm wrong about, a nigga making a lot of intelligent points, but wrong about what? What am I wrong about? We are waiting to hear what I'm wrong about, and then I'll respond to that when you have the time to figure that out, right?
It's success.
That's the only.
It just makes them sick that they tried to destroy you and it didn't work. Oh my God, I said all this stuff about him and people still support him.
Right.
That's why I love the 5150 show, man. This is a tool for me to be seen. Dude, do you know every time you go on the internet, you put it all on the line? And I've been doing this for a long time. A lot of people could not survive on the internet this long because they would have put their foot in their mouth in a way where they lost their fan base.
Right.
We keep our fan base over here by speaking honestly.
Now, as true as that is, because Corey does get tens of thousands of people watching this live every week. He has hundreds of thousands, 200,000 views every episode. But the comments have always been flip-flop. Of course, you have the religious 5150 supporters, the 5150 cult fan base. But I can't tell you how many times I've seen people over the years say that they cannot watch this show, or that they stop watching the show, or that the only time they even hear about the show or try to talk about the show or see what's going on is through channels like this. And it will be hard for it to say thank you because niggas don't agree with this motherfucker and everything he says. It'll be very hard for him to be like, hey man, y'all help this channel out. He would never admit that because in his eyes we're peons and we ain't shit and we this and that and we just mooching off his show and just whatever the case may be. But that happens a lot. I'm not just making that up. You can go on his own channel and read the comments on there, people saying stuff. Now, granted, they're there. They still watch. That's the funny part. You still watch. But the difference between me watching the show and being entertained by it just so I could talk about whatever for the entertainment factor, these motherfuckers be watching us and watching the small YouTubers and the people that they say ain't shit. Literally hate watching us. You want to get these pages shut down, but you watching it. Why are you watching it? Has he ever explained that? Has Corey ever explained why he watches the people he thinks ain't shit? Do y'all ever wonder that? Or do y'all just mindlessly follow in the chat and be like, yeah, them niggas ain't shit, man? Has anybody ever asked in the chat or sent a super chat and be like, hey, Corey, I just want to know if these guys ain't nothing and they broke and they don't got nothing to look forward to, or they just, you know, untalented and ain't got shit going on in life, why do you keep paying them attention? Why do you keep watching their stuff? Why do you keep watching what they have to say about you if you know the only thing they're gonna say about you is something negative? Do you think that makes sense? I don't think it makes sense. But let's get to this part, because I want to get to this part so we can move forward, because we do have other topics despite what people may think over here. We got some other topics to talk about, but we gonna stay on this subject. Oh, I will say this too. I saw somebody in particular in the chat. He's a mod for the 5150 show. We don't speak his name over here. He's a weirdo. We don't give weirdos that type of shine. We let them be weirdos in the comfort of their own home. He's probably watching this shit too because he has a crush on me. The nigga's weird. He's moist as hell. He was in the chat calling people weird. I mean, weird. Imagine somebody who is into muscle-bound, manly-faced women calling somebody weird. Imagine being somebody who is in love with elongated clitorises telling somebody that they're weird. Imagine somebody who follows multiple peeing accounts to show people pissing on people and having a pee fetish, calling somebody else weird. Imagine, because we're not done yet, imagine somebody being into incest porn, mom and son type adult entertainment, calling somebody else weird. No, let's not stop there. Last but not least, imagine somebody who goes on the internet trying to look at underage girls calling somebody else weird. Oh, the false sense of identity that just runs through that nigga is crazy. Anyway, let's get to this. Corey brought something up on the show where he contradicted himself about speaking from the heart and people calling you.
You know,
listen to this.
one strike, nigga, and you dead.
But hold on. Yes, Craig, do you realize if you talk to people for real, people will go around talking about you are evil and you a hater?
Right.
If you talk.
Hold on, I'm about to rewind that again, but y'all think it's funny. He said somebody got a weird case. And Corey homie got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified 5150, certified. Oh my God. Mustard on a beat, ho. Hey man, let me tell y'all. It most of it's confirmed. You know, I got the screenshots. I did a show already. Y'all can go find it if you want. But I just find it funny that these things be happening, man. And then, you know, you didn't help your homeboy situation last week when you said that nigga come with some things. You know, so-and-so come with some things. And what does that mean? Why would you leave anything like that up for interpretation after knowing what is out there to the public? Think about that. Hey, look, clock, you crazy, dog. There's a difference, though. That's a difference. Stepmom is different, man. You ain't got no blood relation to that motherfucker, mind. That's a fantasy, mind. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Anyway, let's listen to it, man. Let's go back listening to it.
Nigga, and you dead.
But hold on. Yes, Craig, do you realize if you talk to people for real, people will go around talking about you are evil and you a hater?
Right.
Oh
if you talk to people from the heart,
right,
they're going to say something is wrong with you. All because you're speaking from the heart.
Right.
So we tolerate people. We let people get away with this, let people get away with that because you try to be a so-called good person. But yo, the reason you let people get away with what they get away with is because really you don't want to be an outcast in society. But I have to be honest. I don't mind being the outcast in society. I don't mind being called the bad guy. I don't mind when people act like something is wrong with me because they say, oh, Corey, burn up friendships. I don't really have friendships with a lot of people.
Right.
Like you can't tell me I have 5 friends. I don't have that many friends.
Man.
I mean,
I wonder why, my friend. I wonder why, my friend. You don't have too many friends, my friend. Is it because too many people don't like you? Or is it because you don't like them? Why don't you have too many friends, my friend? You live in Hollywood. Why don't you have too many friends, my friend? All these niggas walking around with homeboys, this motherfucker talking about how he a loner. That's usually what people say who fall out with people and always are the problem. That's what they tend to say. Oh man, my circle's so small, dog. Like I only got a couple friends, man, because I don't trust too many people. It's usually the nigga that caused all the problems saying some goofy shit like that. Shout out to Sean for the 8 in the Cash App, man. I appreciate you for supporting the GMS show in a big way, hitting the Cash App, man. Thank you so much. Also, that first line really killed me. To say, if you speak from the heart, people will call you a hater. If you speak the truth, people will call you a hater. Corey, this is what a lot of people tend to do. Me specifically, if I see an issue or if I see something I don't agree with and I call it out, it's not me being a hater. It's just me talking about the situation for what it is. And I'm sitting here using literal examples through what the things that you are saying on your show as to why I feel the way that I feel. It doesn't matter if I'm qualified to speak on it. This is YouTube. Anybody can get on YouTube and talk about whatever they want to talk about. It doesn't have to abide by the rules you set. I just want to let you guys know, this is like a big thing for me. Just because Corey says what it is doesn't make it what it is. Just because Corey will say, hey, these niggas ain't shit because they talk about me, don't mean that the niggas ain't shit. That's just him not liking the fact that he's being talked about. I don't find speaking truthful or speaking honest about a situation, somebody being a hater, unless they're actively trying to destroy you or trying to stop you from making money. And that is something that I feel Corey does every week when it comes to certain people, not just the people he don't know or the people that he doesn't have a relationship with, but even the people that he calls his friends. He tried to destroy that man, Marcus. And something tells me that if they didn't see each other out in person, that he still would have been talking shit. There wouldn't have been no revelation of morality where he'd be like, oh, well, that's my little brother. I think I need to go ahead and rectify this. No. A lot of things are different in person. Like he said, this is something Corey said. A lot of niggas don't do shit in person, even though they say a lot of shit from behind a camera or behind a microphone. They tend to that chicken.
Shit, what the fuck are you talking about? So, yeah, label me what you want to label me. It's all good.
Right.
I mean, shit, I know who I am.
It's just hilarious when you see a
100, we keep it 1,000.
Hovering around looking for
in this motherfucker. All we know is that Corey be acting like a woman. Never taking accountability. Shout out to the Reaper. Shout out to the Reaper.
Leverage. Like, why would somebody else's existence in life be more important to you than your own? Why do you think that there's some type of leverage you can gain off of somebody else's demise? Like, nobody's walking into productive situations and using another person's demise as their calling card to get into the next level. At some point, you have to make an honest, concerted effort for you and your legacy to do things that are a representation of you, not a representation of somebody else's destruction.
Craig, the man you are sitting next to right now feeds his audience with negativity, talking crazy about people all the time. That is how Corey maintains his 5150 show. So if you think that is the case, please revert some of that energy to the nigga to the left of you. Also, shout out to Travis Anderson. He's about to be the third person to be made to look crazy. Shout out to you, brother. He said Corey has about 6 different niggas eating off 5150 reactions. That's crazy. Well, I'll tell you like this. He has hundreds of more people eating his dick in the comments, but that's just me. That's just me. I'm just observing. Like a woman. Craig looked like a hot dog with mustard on it. Shout out to the Reaper, man. Hey, shout out to Infinite. I seen you in the chat last night too, man. You was in there talking crazy. I mean, not talking crazy, but talking some sense. Corey was whining so much yesterday I tuned out. He's a whole hypocrite and sensitive as fuck. Yeah, I see you in the comments calling some of that stuff out, man. For real. Now, I will say this, man. Talking about suing people for defamation, then proceeding to later on, because this is one of the last things that he said. I'm not even gonna play it because I think it's just stupid to even bring up. But Corey tends to do this on his show a lot. In the beginning of the show, he'll talk about some things, and then later on, we'll bring something up that will totally contradict or make him look like a hypocrite. So in the beginning of his show, he talked about, hey, I'm gonna start suing people for defamation because of the things that they say about me on the internet. These people be talking about me, they be calling me out my name, and they be doing all this shit. I'm gonna make sure that I get their page shut down, or I'm gonna sue them for defamation. I'm gonna get the legal action going, right? And then in the same show later on, tried to bring up JT Jackson. If you don't know who JT Jackson is, he was a former friend of Kevin Hart. Not just a friend of Kevin Hart. I hate to even say that first, but he's a comedian and he's also an actor. He is somebody out here in the game that was pursuing his dreams, and it all came crashing down when Kevin Hart decided to put a case on that man by saying he was trying to blackmail Kevin with videos and different things of Kevin cheating on his now wife, Anika. Well, the world looked at JT like a scumbag, like he was a horrible friend, like he was somebody who was a snake. And then it turned out that the courts found that he did not do what he was being accused of doing. He waited patiently for the information and for the facts to come out before he said anything, really because he couldn't really say anything. It was a legal matter. But once it was proved in court that he did not do what he was being accused of, he flipped around and said, this is what I'm doing. I'm suing Kevin Hart for defamation and trying to ruin my career, ruining my career and stopping so many opportunities and things like that for me. And it's crazy because he's essentially suing Kevin for what Corey is saying he's going to sue other people for, and not even in the same realm as that. He was actually lied on. And it was proven in court that he didn't do the things he was being accused of, yet Corey wanted to talk about him and try to paint him in a negative light because Kevin Hart is one of Corey's favorite individuals to talk about and hug nuts from. Kevin Hart can't do no wrong. Therefore, Corey feels like JT is doing something bad by flipping the script and suing for defamation, even though he is warranted to do so because of how his life turned out due to being lied on. How could you be that much of a hypocrite in 1 hour? You were better off, even if Kevin's your homeboy, you were better off not even bringing that up because it makes you look crazy. You literally sitting on your show talking about how you about to do the same thing to YouTubers. That's all I'm saying, man. I find that to be very insane to even bring that up. Kevin is somebody else who's not exempt for criticism. We were just talking about how great of a comedian Kevin was, how great of a person he is. Niggas like that mess up too. You know what I think happened? I think when all that shit happened, Kevin was so scared of having his wife leave him and going through all this again and being the guy that cheated again and all types of stuff that he needed to find a scapegoat, especially being somebody with the image that he has. He has a very clean image. He's somebody who has a very great reputation in Hollywood. And something like that he didn't want on his jacket. So he had to put some of that blame somewhere else and try to say that somebody, a friend of his, tried to blackmail him and put the energy and put the shift on his former friend to try to be like, yeah, why would you do something like that? You're not no real friend. And it started to breed a lot of the niggas. I was like, man, that man code, bro. He broke man code, man. If we out doing so, you ain't supposed to be taking no videos and pictures, man, trying to set me up. So, of course, everybody looked at him like an evil villain. You don't see too many people talking about the fact that that man was proven innocent because that narrative is going to stay with him forever. For somebody who is very gung-ho and trying to sue people for defamation, it would be very contradicting for you to talk crazy about a nigga that's currently suing somebody for defamation when they actually deserve to sue that person for defamation for the things that happened to them in their life and their careers. That's all I'm saying. It makes no sense. But shout out to y'all in the chat, man. I appreciate every one of y'all in the chat, man. We gonna keep it rolling, man. And as you see on the docket, it says Boo Capone was dog walked. Now, when I say dog walk, I don't mean in the Craig sense where niggas was putting hands and feet on somebody. No, a nigga literally walked him and rushed him out like he was dog walked. Like it was nothing short of a leash. And you know what I'm saying? And I mess with Boo Capone. Shout out to Jazzbo for the 10 in the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Peace, brother. Peace, peace, peace. Who else put something in here? Scale Blazers for the 5, man. Shout out to you, Sean Mims for the 5 as well. I appreciate y'all, man, showing love to the GMS show in a big way. You know, we just got back monetized. So y'all utilizing the super chats and the memberships and all that, man. I appreciate you. People donating to the Cash Apps, I appreciate you. Now, I have the video. I got the video. I have the video of Boo Capone getting into a scuffle at some nightclub with some big brolic ass nigga. So it wasn't just him getting dog walked. This was a big nigga, man. This was a big nigga. So look, something like this was supposed to happen with Boo Capone's stature next to this big what they call that one dude? What big jaw looking ass nigga. What's the dude that be sitting there eating all the food? Shark bite. That nigga, he was big like that nigga. Now, let me pull it up. I'll pull it up. I'm quit messing with y'all. I'm gonna pull it up. This was shared actually via Whack 100 because Whack apparently has an issue with Boo Capone. He has an issue with Boo Capone because Boo went on No Jumper sometime back and made fun of the good brother. Actually, I'm lying. That's not a good brother. That's an evil brother. But Whack 100. He made fun of Whack 100. I'm gonna show you here.
Who, Whack?
Yeah.
I've been knowing Whack for damn near 20 years. One thing about Whack, man, credit face. That nigga Whack look like he been washing and drying his face with sandpaper all his life. Look, Cass. That nigga, oh, that's an ugly ass nigga. That nigga 5'4" with a big booty. On pyro. On pyro. He be putting his booty in nigga's face. That nigga gonna whoop your ass, yeah.
Hey, Whack, let's go, Whack.
Now, clearly, Boo was inebriated, all right? But one thing a lot of niggas don't like is when you start cracking on them and everybody in the room laughing. If everybody in the room laughing, it's gonna hurt a lot worse. So, Whack shared this video. Whack shared this video to his Instagram with a caption talking about Boo Capone, talking about him some while ago, and this is him getting pressed here. I'm about to play this video. Let me turn it down because this is way too damn loud for me. But here it is, man. Here's Boo Capone with this big brolic individual right here, getting manhandled inside this bar. Listen here. It looked like they was hugging at first.
Okay.
And then it went left.
Oh my God.
Damn. That last part, man. He helped Boo up. My man helped Boo up off the ground after slamming him and then proceeded to continue to shove him back out the door. Yeah. Shout out to Boo Capone because we don't wish nothing bad on Boo Capone. He's a very hilarious individual. I have no issues, no qualms, no anything negative to say, man. This was just something that happened in the realm of being outside, you know what I'm saying? And somebody just so happening to pick up their phone and record like people usually do. But yeah, he got manhandled. And I mean, y'all saw how big that nigga was. If he didn't manhandle Boo Capone, excuse me, I would have misjudged his muscles. He's a big brolic ass nigga, man. I'm just saying. And shout out to Craig because he said if he was there, he would have never allowed no shit like that to happen. He said whoever was there with Boo, they failed that nigga. And I really do wholeheartedly agree because whoever this nigga is right here, he is not trying hard enough to help his friend because he also doesn't want to get dog walked as well. Like he has a couple people holding him back. But at the same time, man, you had every opportunity to do something or to at least try to intervene as much as you can. You see he's pulling minimal effort because in his mind, he's like, damn, this nigga look too strong. I don't know if I want to deal with that. And he got pushed off initially. He got pushed initially. Where was the push at? He pushed this nigga. When he pushed him? Let me see. Yeah, he pushed him in the beginning. His friend tried to come. He pushed him. He said, oh, shit, that nigga strong. Hold up. Let me Let me utilize this nigga in front of me and act like I'm getting held back. I am not trying to get pushed into a wall by this big ass nigga. He said, Corey would have held chicken. He said, dude, hey, what up, yo, man? What is this? He said, bro was doing football drills. He said that was a little traumatizing, but Wack got his get back. Yeah, but you know, Wack should go out there and do his thing if he gonna sit there, because he talk a lot of shit, but I still have yet to really see Wack squabble up with these niggas that he be talking about. He be telling niggas when he gonna be at no jumper. He do all this shit, but he does it on the pretense that there's gonna be people protecting him. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people do get in their head that way. Queen Kel, shout out to Queen Kel. She said, my son was there when that happened. Oh shit. He said he kept telling him not to come back because he got too drunk. And that's exactly what it sounded like in the video. It sounded like Boo was just too drunk. He kept saying, bro. And he was just letting dude manhandle him without even like, you know, and bouncers don't play. I used to be a bouncer myself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know this, but I'm a big nigga too. I'm a really big nigga too. And I have done my fair share of jobs doing security. I'm doing security right now, but I used to be a bouncer at a nightclub. I used to do all that shit. And people don't know how to gauge when they're too drunk. People don't know how to gauge when they're too drunk at all. And then they get this liquid courage that gets them involved in scuffles like this that they can't get back from. And now there's a video out of you out here getting manhandled, being drunk as shit. And then you might have to try to talk about it at some point. I hope he makes it hilarious because he is a comedian, which I don't doubt he would do. I don't think he's gonna be on no fuck that nigga. I think Boo has enough sense to realize he was too messed up, too inebriated, and got himself in a situation that he shouldn't have got into. And if I'm Boo Capone as a comedian, I'm gonna just make fun of that situation. Like, this nigga was too big. I was trying to get out his clutches. This nigga had me like a vice grip. You know what I'm saying? I would just go in with the jokes and just make it funny. You know what I'm saying? To the point where the next time I see that dude, he'll look at me and laugh like, man, you was just messed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to do that to you, but you was doing too much, man. That's how the situation should end. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, yo, man, what is this for the 5 in the Super Chat? He said, congrats on getting monetized. Yeah, we don't know how long this is going to last because, you know, YouTube don't really like me like that. You know what I'm saying? They might try to get me again and demonetize me again. Or we might have some of them Corey sexuals over here reporting me and trying to get me demonetized again. We don't know how long it's going to last. But while it's here, y'all do y'all due diligence, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that shit. Hit the Super Chats, all that shit, man. Appreciate y'all. Now, we got to keep it moving. He said, oh shit. G Nation said GMS is Tiny Lister Jr. from the Players Club. Man, I used to talk, man. Y'all understand, when I used to toss these fools up out the club for doing too much, it's like you can get your frustration off, man. You had a long week, go to the club, do some bouncing, man, grab these niggas by the back of their shirt, and Jazz from Fresh Prince the shit out these niggas, man. So it's just so gratifying. It's so satisfying. Now, we got to talk about this shit, man. This shit really irked me, man. To see this type of stuff happen to one of our legends, man. Marlon Wayans got into it with #1 culture vulture himself, DJ Vladimir. We gonna call him DJ Vladimir because he is a Vladimir. He's not Vlad. He tried to shorten up his name because he's in hip hop. You don't get that privilege, nigga. You are Vladimir. He's not DJ Vlad no more. We are going to address him as his maiden name, Vladimir. He decided that he wanted to pick a fight with one of our legends. And then on top of that, looking at Marlon through the lens of a typical white person who is not of the culture, thinking you could just disrespect that man and get away with it because of who you are and your position out here in the media game. But let me tell you something, DJ Potato Head Vladimir, you ain't shit. And anybody that is taken up for Vlad and not defending our legend, you are a simp Sambo ass nigga. You're corny, you're coonish, and you're a cunt. And we stand by it. I don't mess with that nigga. And the fact that he did what he did, the way that he did it, because this man will use black culture and use black names and black entertainers and artists to try to fatten up his pockets, but then show his true colors when somebody don't want to mess with him. That man gave you a price. He should have charged you more. If I was him, I would have charged you 100,000. Because you're not worth me coming over there giving you numbers and fattening your pockets when you don't mean shit to me. You're not a legend with us. You're not like us. 40,000 was too low, Marlon. You should have charged that nigga 100 bands minimum. He doesn't deserve none of that. He doesn't deserve our legends. He doesn't deserve these interviews. He doesn't deserve our culture. Point blank, period. He went on to do this. He went on his little internet because Marlon responded to somebody. Marlon saw somebody tag him and say, Marlon Wayans, you a good one because DJ Vlad would have to pay me $500,000 for an interview with 55% of all revenue made from the video on all platforms. Marlon responded and said, see, I tried to tell him I was giving him a deal. Oh, well. And because that irked DJ Vlad so much, he decided to go in here and post some propaganda. He said, Marlon Wayans found someone with 200 followers to agree with him, LOL. Nobody on earth is going to pay Marlon $40K for an interview when he gets 100K to 300K views on any platform he interviews on. This guy is really delusional. You know what is delusional, DJ Vlad? The Mr. Potato Head that you are, because you sat up here and cherry-picked 3 interviews that had 100-something thousand K, 200,000, 300,000 views, but neglected to show the several interviews by Marlon that have millions of views on these platforms. Breakfast Club, Big Boy, Sway, all these different platforms that this man done got millions of views on. Drink Champs. I think he was on Drink Champs. Either way, he cherry-picked some videos and tried to plaster them as if this man didn't get views or that he was not worth the charge. When it's I'm talking about an easy search. Matter of fact, let me stop sharing this and let's see if we can go find it ourselves. It's as easy as saying Marlon Wayans interview on YouTube. Let's see. Marlon Wayans interview. Let's see, DJ Vlad. Oh, look at that. Won't you look at that, guys? Won't you feast your eyes on this on this easy search? Look, the first thing, one of the first things that come up is this. The first thing was him and DJ Vlad. And then Ari Spears reacts to Marlon Wayans asking for 40K on an interview. This is DJ Vlad posting this 12 days ago. But let's look at the third video because then we actually get to a Marlon Wayans interview on Big Boy. What does that say? Does that say 100,000 views? No, it looks like it says 1 million. And then you have a Breakfast Club interview that was 2 months ago that is 316K views. That's 2 months ago. And still rising. Let's go to this interview right here. Marlon Wayans on Tupac, Chris Rock, White Chicks on Drink Champs, 2.3 million views. Are we dumb? Here's another Breakfast Club interview with Marlon Wayans, 1.2 million views. Here's the Wayans brothers, 10 years ago, 1 million views on Sway's Universe. So are we really about to sit up here? Oh my God, another Breakfast Club interview with Marlon Wayans with 1 million views. Holy, and all it did was take me, a random YouTuber, to go on YouTube and just look up Marlon Wayans interviews. Are you crazy? This nigga, This is why anybody else that supports Vlad or goes on this platform, for one, you need massive. And I don't respect you. Matter of fact, I just heard that DL Hughley went on Vlad talking about how he'll never go on Club Shay Shay. You went on that colonizer's platform to tell him you won't go and support another black man's platform. You That's some whole shit. And it's starting to make me look at Monique like she was justified in going in on your ass. Because to say some shit like that on a platform like Vlad is crazy, especially being somebody who is so pro-black, or at least gives off that they so pro-black and they here for blackness and they here for all this shit. But you will go on DJ Vlad to get a check and then talk about a black man's platform who you won't go to. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get back to Marlon though, because Marlon has some shit to say, and I don't want to end this without showing y'all what Marlon had to say in response to DJ Vlad's whole ass. So Marlon went on to say, in response to DJ Vlad putting up his interview price and also talking about the views he has on YouTube, he said, "You mad? You unprofessional, my guy. If you don't like the number, keep it moving. You look bad. You should fall back. Mad at a black man stating his number, and now you go public and use your platform to try to drag me. I never in my life dealt with this silly negotiation tactic." Now here goes Vlad in the typical white man culture vulture way. He said, "Not mad at all. I find all this amusing because you really think that you're worth 40K for an interview. I said there's nobody on earth that will pay you that, and I have yet to be proven wrong. Throwing out a stupid ass number for an interview is unprofessional, my guy, because your interviews don't even make 5% of that on every platform you do. And bringing up race when there was no mention of it throughout all our discussions shows how weak of a man you really are. First of all, it shows how weak you are, Vlad, somebody who is a multi-millionaire off a platform using black culture to fatten his pockets. You dare to sit there and call somebody unprofessional and call somebody weak because they called you out for you volunteering information to the public? That's weak. What's weak is seeing Marlon just say, "See, I tried to tell him I'm giving him a deal, oh well," and then going on to post the price of shit and then try to downgrade him about his views on interviews on platforms. Then calling him delusional, knowing damn well it takes nothing but a simple search on YouTube to see that you are absolutely wrong. So Marlon said in response, "So yes, this has become about race. You trying to turn us into crabs in a barrel. I see your angle now. I watched you play your hand. You want us to talk shit, beef, and tear each other down while you sit back and make money. Meanwhile, you don't even show your face." Now, most people will say somebody doesn't show their face because they want to remain anonymous, but really it's because Vlad is a very, very ugly person. And he knows in this game it's important to look a certain type of way when you on camera. See, certain people don't give a damn. I don't care about y'all seeing my face because I don't think I'm an ugly nigga. Vlad thinks he's an ugly nigga. That's why he don't show his face on these platforms. I'm assuming, this is allegedly, I'm assuming that Vlad thinks he's an ugly ass nigga. That's why he does not show his face on camera. His voice matches his face too, by the way. If you've ever heard Vlad speak, of course you have. His voice, that little nasally, egregious voice that he has fits so well with that bubbly mug that he walks around with every day. I'm surprised this man has a wife. What woman in their right mind would allow money to take over their decision to marry and sleep with a man that looks like DJ Vlad? Holy. Now, I find that to be hilarious. I don't mess with Vlad, and I hope y'all don't mess with Vlad either. I really do. I don't support this man platform. Don't watch his videos. I don't care who's on there. Boosie. I don't care. Do not support Vlad. Now, if you talk about somebody that want to tear somebody down, yes, as a community, we need to tear that platform down. We need to make it so that the only people that show up to Vlad's platform are young, white, naive hip-hop artists who cosplay black people and weird niggas from the UK that be trying to do drill music. Those are the only niggas that should be showing up to Vlad's platform from this point out. If y'all support Vlad after this, especially the people that go on his platform, you ain't shit. And I mean that. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Now, speaking of people that ain't shit, I got a couple more things before we get out of here, man. Roland Martin was ran up on by a Twitter nigga. That's right. A nigga on Twitter by the name of Jamal Green ran up on Roland Martin outside. He said, you know what? I'm not just a Twitter nigga. You know what? It ain't about the chicken holding up for the cameras with me. I'm really about that action. He posted on Twitter, he said, LOL, Roland Martin called me all types of names yesterday on Twitter and on his show and ran from me today. He had a woman get in front of him as he backed away and his team yelled for security. I ain't never seen a man more scared in my life. Keep my name out your mouth. I want all the smoke. Let's see what happened, man. Let's see what happened. He ran up on Roland Martin, and this is how it went down.
Oh, you 1 second. No, ain't no. I gave you enough. I gave you enough. Yesterday, you tweeted about
Security! Look at Martin's face when he realized who he was talking to. He said, "Oh shit." Look at his eyes buck when the nigga said, "No, ain't no hold on, nigga. You know who I am. It's me, Jamal." Man, Jamal, you should have hauled off on that nigga, man. You really should have, because Roland do be talking some shit and act like he really about that life. He really ain't about that life. It really be happening. A lot of you niggas that do be on the internet will talk crazy about somebody and then see him in person and then clam up like this.
I gave you enough. I gave you enough. Yesterday, you tweeted about
He said, I ain't touch you. Don't play with me, nigga. Don't play with me, nigga. I'll just be on Twitter, nigga. I'll show up to your conventions, nigga. Now, this was due to Roland doing this on his platform. Listen to this.
Stupidity we're dealing with here, Michael. Go to my iPad. This was a post from this idiot J.D. Vance, Donald Trump's VP running mate. Kamala Harris wants to give $25,000 to illegal aliens to buy American homes. This will only further exacerbate the housing shortage in our country. It's a disgrace. We should make it easier and more affordable for American citizens to buy homes. Dumbass, she is. See, this is what's so, matter of fact, it was some black dude, I don't know what the hell his name is.
That sounded so white adjacent, like some black dude. Like that sounded like a evil, racist, right-wing Klansman speaking on some black guy that said something about him, knowing you got his name right in front of you.
Posted, I blasted his silly ass on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. And he was complaining about same thing. Well, what does she mean by first-time homeowners? She not talking to black people. And then he puts in the same tweet, you're gonna love this, Michael. He puts, and I'm going by memory, he puts in the same tweet, we have the lowest home ownership rate in the country. And I was like, fool, if black people have the lowest home ownership rate in the country, that means it's a lot of us who are gonna be first-time homeowners. That's how dumb this dude was. He literally put it in his tweet. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's why she wants to get $25,000 to first-time homebuyers. And so if black people own fewer homes than anybody else, that means a bunch of us who are first-time homeowners.
See, people. So you called this man all types of dumb, and when he ran up on you, you was on some, oh, no, not right now. 1 second, sir. No, it doesn't work like that. You went on a platform to disrespect another man and call him out of his name, and when he pulled up on you in person, you didn't have shit to say. You was immediately on some security. Please get this nigga away from me. Now, Jamal went on to explain what happened in his own words. I want to hear from Jamal real quick before we move on to the last thing. Here's Jamal speaking on what happened. He said, here are the actual facts about Roland Martin and I. 1, Roland Martin is the paid aggressor. 2, he too old to be calling young people out their names. 3, he had the opportunity to talk to me in my face, but was scared. I stand 10 toes down. Let's listen to Jamal.
People need to know the real narrative and the facts. Number 1, Roland Martin is the aggressor here. He came after me publicly. He was paid to do so. I was on Twitter talking about how we need to be critical of these campaigns and make sure that we get policies so that when whoever become president, they don't forget about us. Roland Martin called me stupid, dumb, an idiot, and a fool on his show. I never tweeted at Roland Martin. I never talked about Roland Martin at all. He came to my Twitter page quoting my tweets to call me stupid. And then he did a show about me and he called me a fool. Now, what I did was I went to an event that he was at today and I went to ask for a conversation. My arms were folded. I was not being aggressive. And he kept pushing it off, kept trying to leave and not have a conversation with me. And you saw what happened on this video. This, guys, we cannot stand for. We cannot stand for voices to continue to be stumped on because they don't agree with you. I don't have to agree with Roland Martin to be smart. I can have my own views. I'm a grown man. And there's no reason why this man twice his age should be publicly calling me stupid, dumb, and a fool. But when I approach him in public, he has nothing to say to me. You got to do better. And we got to do better to stop supporting these guys who are disrespecting the voices who are doing the actual work.
Ooh-wee. Jamal put that man in the blender. Roland Martin, man. I'm so glad that happened because it needs to happen to more people on the internet like that. More things like that need to happen in real life. Because these guys do feel like they are either untouchable or the things that they say because they have a following that nothing can happen or that these people really won't show up because they have this false sense of everybody on the internet is scared. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Not everybody on the internet is scared. So when you get on the internet, you start talking about people or you talking about running fades with people, you talking about real life shit and somebody accepts the fade. Now I'm talking about somebody else. And then the fade don't happen. You should have never said that shit in the first place because now people waiting on you to pull some type of action because you talking tough. Not them, not the person you challenge. It's you talking tough. So now you got to prove that. Message. Speaking of a message, we have a special message from one of the GOATs. One of the absolute GOATs. This is what we gonna close out on today. So you guys know about the Mandela effect, man. There's a thing called the Mandela effect, and everybody has been talking about this for years. They have been talking about the fact that there's a movie called Shazam starring my man here, Simbad, one of the greatest comedians of all time, one of the greatest entertainers, one of the greatest personalities of all time. He doesn't get enough credit. Simbad is just incredible, man. Shout out to Simbad. So all this talk has been going on, and we all know, Simbad went through some medical issues recently. He's still going, he's still standing, he's still presenting himself to the public. He's still going strong. Shout out to him. But this video surfaced, and I had no idea that this was a real video. I didn't know that he posted this a while back. This was before the stroke. This was before all of that. He went and he made this video because he saw a lot of people questioning whether or not Shazam was a real movie or not. So now we have the video that I don't know if everybody's seen. I saw it for the first time today. I'm going to play it for y'all because Simbad addresses the movie Shazam and whether or not it's real and why people are having a hard time figuring out whether or not it was a real movie or not. Listen to this, man.
I just want to say I'm embarrassed because I've been telling people I never did Shazam, and people always walking up on me, and I'm just going to tell you what happened.
Tell him, Simbad.
I did do Shazam. I'm not proud of it, but I did Shazam. I was doing a lot of crack. I was staying in crack houses, and I did Shazam for crack money. I knew it wasn't going to be a great movie because I have no genie skills. I think most movies, you have to bring something out of yourself, and I've never been a genie or had magical powers. It was a learning process for me as I was doing this movie, just getting into the lamp. I took a lot of yoga, a lot of Crisco oil to slide up into that lamp. So, I injured myself. I had a rotator cuff injury, but I'm not crying. I'm not crying because I'm tough. For those who said, hey, you saw Shazam when I was growing up, yeah, you did. It did exist. It took a lot of government intervention to get those videos out of people's homes and out of the video stores. I'm lucky because I'm ex-military, ex-special forces. So we were able to do a lot of mind control stuff to get those videotapes away from people. There's 3 tapes left. There are 3 Shazam videos still out there we did not find. And if we find you, we're going to kill you. And I just want you to know that. I want you to be aware of that because I felt bad that that you didn't know you're on a hit list. And I'm ashamed. I'm totally ashamed of that. But I'm just saying, if you have that Shazam video, you're on a short list to have an assassin come to your house. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not saying, hey, if you want to post it on Twitter or something, say, hey, I got the video. But that means your whole family's gone. I'm just trying to put that out there because I feel bad because of my weakness, not admitting that I did Shazam when I was in a bad space in my life. I was in a bad place in my life. And I just want to tell people, it gets better. It gets better. All right? You hang in there.
This nigga is incredible. He did that so well that people still ask him whether or not it's a real movie. You got to give it up for Simbad, man, because that's just a comedian doing his best work. You know what I'm saying? Some of his best work, just sitting there and just not just being a comedian, but his acting skills. People watched that and was like, "What? Assassinating my family? Oh shit! Like, really? That movie really like that? Like, if I find a tape, I'm gonna dispose of it because I don't want my family to die." It's like, this nigga really have people believing this shit still. I've never seen that video before, and I swear it had me for the first 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden he started getting to assassinating and being ex-special forces, and there was 3 videotapes left, and they gotta assassinate your whole family to get it back. Listen, man. Listen. Shazam was not a real movie. What happened was Shazam and Kazam got twisted around. And because it started looking crazy, a commercial happened and people thought that it was a real movie scene from the movie Shazam. But it was never a movie called Shazam starring Simbad. All right? I'm here to tell you first, it is not that, I promise you. All right? All right. Y'all don't have to wonder no more. Shazam was not a real film. Simbad just confirmed it in the funniest way as well, man. So shout out to Simbad, a motherfucking legend, man. Shout out to him. Also shout out to Kazam. I love the movie, man. That's a classic. Listen. All right, fuck it. Y'all want me to bring it up? All right, we're gonna bring it up. We're gonna bring it up. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna fucking do it. Hey, I got a question. For y'all that think that Shazam was a real movie, why was Simbad an older man when he was in this clip of it? Like, there's a clip, you know what I'm saying? I think it was just a clip of them doing this just to parody it, but this isn't an actual movie. Look at Simbad. He definitely looks like he's older in this picture. Or am I lying? I think people are getting a commercial mixed up with the actual movie. Look at this. This ain't no real movie. Where's the movie cover? Where's the movie cover? All I'm seeing is the same clip and the same pictures from that one scene that they put out that was a commercial. You don't see no other movie clips. You don't see no other. Come on, man. Let's type in movie, man. Look at this. You know what's funny about this too? They putting this out and then people like, see, I told you, look, Simbad, Shazam. This nigga really was in the movie Shazam. Okay, can y'all please look at who is sitting under him and what he's sitting on? If y'all remember the movie Kazam, this was the little nigga that was in Kazam, and this was the boombox that Shaq came out of. So they making up fake movie VHS covers and putting them on VHS tapes. First of all, if Shazam came out in the 90s, this is gonna be wear and tear as a cover. Don't nobody have no pristine covers of Shazam. Like, that shit was gonna make them money later on in life. That's cap. I've been seeing these lately too, because they've been doing it on Twitter, showing these cases. Every single person that has showed a VHS tape of them having Shazam, it's been a clean, pristine version in the packaging. Like there wasn't no fading, wasn't no rips, wasn't no marks. It was a clean ass, brand new cover. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I just can't believe it's a real movie. All right. I wish I could do a poll in here. Can one of my moderators do a poll? Can you do it? Are you able to do a poll? Because I don't know if I'm able to do a poll. Let me see if I can do it. I'm gonna try to do it on my channel. Give me 1 second. We're gonna put the poll up and then we're gonna get the fuck up. We're gonna get out of here, man. I'm trying not to cuss as much because we back monetized. I'm trying not to cuss, but it's hard not to drop F-bombs every once in a while. It just feels good to let a nice F-bomb off real quick. You know what I'm saying? It just feels gratifying. It feels so satisfying just to let it off. You just gotta let it go. Let's see. Oh, hey, you guys. My dumb ass. Hey. Y'all hear me? Oh my God, you guys. How come nobody told me that my mic wasn't on this entire show? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all just let me go an hour and 38 minutes without my microphone on, sitting here using my computer mic. What is wrong with you guys? Why would you do that to me? Why would you allow me to go this entire show with my mic sounding crazy as hell? You know what? I should end this right now. The deceit, the lies, the flabbergastedness of how I feel. You guys really did this to me? All right, you know what? I'm going to do this damn poll, and then we getting out of here. Y'all have let me down. Y'all niggas have let me down, all right? Y'all let me sit up here and sound like I was in the submarine that sank with them billionaires this whole entire time, and now y'all, oh, man. Oh. Was Shazam a real movie? There we go. The poll is up. I bet you I sound so crispy right now too. I sound crispy as hell too right now. Y'all don't, oh my God. Y'all don't took away the crispiness. Damn. Y'all went from, I'm over here sounding like baked chicken, man. I'm trying to sound like fried, dyed, laid to the side, crispy in this motherfucker. And y'all sound up. Just do the poll. Vote on the poll, man. I don't even want to talk to y'all no more. Do the poll. God damn it. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Shit don't piss me off. I went to my live stream and I heard my voice. I said, what the hell? All right, the poll is up. You said it sound better without the mic. Yeah, right. Don't lie to me, Glow. Oh, we got 21 votes so far saying that Shazam was a real movie. I'm gonna let y'all vote until the beat is over. I'm gonna go ahead and shout y'all out while we here, though. I'm gonna go ahead and shout y'all out, man. Shout out Disagreeable, Justin Furlow, D-Rec, Technology, Black Luxury, Jan Wynn, Vicky Bianca, Zen Master, Dub Deuce, Glow, Infinite Umbra, Queen Kels, Changing My Mind, 2, Clock in the building, Blackfire Edits, Glittery Bubbles, Joe Blast. Hey, I want to see y'all tonight at 3Gs, man. You know, 3Gs do their podcast now on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. So make sure you pull up at 8 o'clock tonight for the 3Gs podcast. CDT Beats. What's going on, brother? Soda Slim, Subliminal Frequency, Blind Mellow Jelly. Golden Radio Hour is in the building. Trump in the building. Dub Deuce, Zone 4 for life. Hey, T-Fam1, I see you, brother. Shout out to those that hit the super chat today. I'm going to shout y'all out right now. Binky, Bianca, Scale Blazers, Jazzbo the Reaper, Sean Mims, Yo man, what is this? Shout out to y'all for sending in the super chats and supporting the GMS show in a big way. We just got back monetized, so that's a big thing for me. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my GMS family. Shout out to every single one of y'all. Donnie Johnson in the building. He said Corey sounds like a hoe on this one. He's a fucking clown. Damn. Shout out to Vale. King Lukey's in the building. Damn. We got 30 votes, man. All right, I'm gonna give y'all 10 more seconds to cast your vote in this poll. Is Shazam a real movie? Yes or no, man? You got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. He said we used to the struggle streams. All right, cool. I appreciate it. Hey, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The poll has ended, and y'all have said that Shazam was a real movie. 68% of y'all said yes, 31% of y'all said no, with a complete total of 32 votes. Shout out to y'all, GMS fam, the Green Room. It's been real. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Stay blessed. Have a great, wonderful rest of y'all day. I will see y'all at 3Gs. She said, don't be talking, Nay. You are. Well, I mean, yeah, I am a part of that day. I am a part of the day. So catch us tonight at 8 o'clock, man. Hit that like button. I want to see y'all in the comment section of this video when the live is over. Not just the super chats, not just the live chat, but hit that comment section as well, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. GMS fam, the Green Room. We